I know that Rochelle isn't going to come rescue me from my prison. We chatted right before leaving school. She knew that I had gotten in trouble with Coach Vaughn, knew that my cell phone had been taken away in school. She knew that my parents would probably be upset. I had warned her that they might go volcanic, and that if she didn't hear from me by 6, streaming was going to be off. Since, according to my alarm clock, it's already 7, she must know that things aren't looking good. She just has no idea how bad they actually are. My parents refuse to eat dinner with me. I'm grounded to my room for the rest of the night, which meant Dad brought me up a plate of tacos and left it on my bare desk without a word, like he was a prison guard delivering an inmate's meal. And that's what it feels like. I even feel guilty getting up and going to the bathroom. Well, maybe guilty isn't the right word. I feel like even that is enough to get me in further trouble. And every time I open the door, I worry I'll hear the crash and slam of my parents throwing out all my streaming gear. There's nothing to do except sit at my window and stare out at the clear night. I feel like a creep as I watch people walking their dogs and kids playing in the street, but at least it's something to do. I mean, yeah, I have shelves of books I haven't touched, but I don't want to read. I want to pace and scream because this isn't fair. So I watch everyone else going about their blissful lives and wish I was one of them. None of them are grounded because their parents don't understand them or their passions or their dreams. None of them have had things important taken away in the blink of an eye. So I watch but it's not just the unfairness, it's the unknown. Every few minutes, I reach for my phone in my pocket, only to remember it isn't there. Or I make to get up from my seat and open my laptop before catching myself. Because every few minutes, the thought stabs my mind. What if the creators of Dark got back to me? What if there's a time-sensitive email just waiting in my inbox? What if the answer to all my problems is sitting there, unseen, expiring, and because of my parents, that one opportunity is going to slip through my fingers? The kids on the forum said you only had 12 hours to respond to the game invite before it expired. If I don't act soon, I could miss my chance. I want to text Rochelle to tell her to check the email account, but of course I can't do that. And since she lives a few miles away, I can't expect her to just walk past on the street so I can call out to her. Maybe that's another reason I don't move from my purge, just in case. Just in case she's concerned. Just in case she decides to make an hour-long casual stroll past my window. I know she won't check the email on her own. She's only interested in streaming for the fun factor. Setting up the accounts and researching the best microphones and studying trends, all that falls on me. But at least she's enthusiastic. At least she understands that this could be a real, life-changing career. Unlike my parents, they don't understand, they never will. It feels like weeks pass as I sit there, watching the night blacken, watching the streets clear until it's just the occasional car driving past. With every passing moment, my anger and frustration grow. My parents always tell me I should be thinking of my future, always tell me I shouldn't have my head in the clouds, which means they don't think I can make it as a streamer. They don't have faith in me or my abilities. They think I'm a loser. Just like Claire and Caitlin and every other kid in my high school who treats me like a loser. My parents are no better than the worst of them. No, my parents are the worst of them because my parents are actively trying to prevent me from following my dreams. They want to see me fail, just like the popular kids. Well, I'm not going to let them win. I won't. Ever. By the time I hear my parents go to bed, I'm so worked up I can't sit still. I've spent the last hour sitting on my bed trying to stay completely silent, the lights off so they think I'm asleep. I'm not going to let them get away with this. I'm not going to let them ruin my future. I wait an hour. Every second ticks by like a scratch on my skin. And then, when I know it's safe, I slowly, silently open my door. There's only one place they'd hide my electronics, the library, which is really just their fancy way of saying the room with some bookshelves and desks where they sometimes work from home. I sneak down the steps, and maybe it's my imagination because I know I'm doing something wrong, but I swear the darkness grows heavier with every step down. A cold creeps over my limbs that has nothing to do with the autumn air. It feels like I'm being watched. I keep pausing and crouching to look over my shoulder. I'm so convinced that someone is perched at the top of the stairs, watching me, waiting, expecting me to mess up. But my parents aren't up there, and I don't see anyone looking in through the windows. I'm alone. That makes it worse. I almost creep myself out and turn back around. I could still go to bed and forget all this. No. I'll sneak in, get my phone, check messages, and maybe play a little bit if I got the invite. Just a bit. Then I'll return my phone and go back to bed, and no one will be any wiser. I'll secure the game for our future streaming. I'm not breaking the rules, just bending them. The library is quiet, cold, dusty, and eerie as a mausoleum. Staying low, I make my way to my dad's desk. My hands pause when I reach for the drawer. Am I really going to do this? Am I really going to become the person they already think I am by betraying their trust? I swallow. I have to do this. For my future. For the stream. I have to prove to everyone that I'm not someone who's going to be ignored. I slide open the drawer, and sure enough, my tablet and laptop and phone are right on top. I grab my phone. I have a bunch of messages, most from Rochelle, but those aren't what make my heart race. One new email in my streaming account. There's only like 2% battery, but I quickly pull up the app, nervously waiting for it to load, my foot tapping impatiently. It's a response from the DARKROOM team. The subject is ominous. Don't open this email. I open it. The rest of the email is just as creepy. You want to play? You want to be scared? You want to stare into the face of fear? Grab your phone. DARKROOM awaits. But beware, once you release the ghosts, there's no putting them back. Not until you've beaten the game. You only have 1 week before they destroy you. You don't want to play this game. It will play back, and it will win. Still dare to try? Click here. I swallow. The feeling of being watched is even more intense. I swear there are a dozen people standing behind me, breathing down my neck, awaiting my decision. I hesitate, but only for a moment. I click the link. The app downloads in a blink. And with a glance around, I click the new game icon, a simple black and white old-fashioned camera. A screen flashes on my phone, black creepy text, grainy gray background. We warned you. My phone vibrates wildly and goes dead.
Please like the video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon.